let's be real here. I think the word ugly is overused. Nobody is so-called ugly. Just because you might have some unattractive features doesn't make you ugly. So basically this video is me telling you how I went from this to this. A little disclaimer, not all of this is for everybody, but this is just me sharing my personal opinions on how to become more so-called attractive. And most of it is mentality. Mentality is very important. But I just want to let you guys know everybody is beautiful because you are God's creation. So before I get started, subscribe. Okay, so for a while, I never really cared how I looked. I looked like this. Yeah. I was not very cute. I started to care when I reached 6th grade. And I didn't get bullied. I was a bully. Because I felt like putting people down made me feel better. Which brings me to my first point. Being rude, mean, / cocky doesn't make you pretty. That isn't pretty at all. That really makes you more unattractive. The people who support your rudeness aren't the right people to be around. I thought that when I was rude to people, it was pretty. Because my favorite movie is Mean Girls. And I thought, oh, she's pretty and she's mean, so I'm gonna be like her. No, that's just not how the world works. Number 2, I've had this problem like all my life. I'm not even kidding. You don't need male / female validation to make you attractive. You don't need someone to tell you you're beautiful to be beautiful. I'm gonna share an embarrassing story. In kindergarten, I had a crush on this boy. And I wanted to do everything to get him to notice me. I wanted him to like me. So I thought I could fly. So I jumped off something 7 feet. I was tiny. I was in kindergarten. I jumped off and I broke my leg. I broke my leg trying to impress a boy because I wanted male validation. Losing your mind over a person is not worth it. Okay? When I have crushes, I start to go to a very high extent that makes me very unmotivated to do things, because I feel like if I don't get any sort of attention from them that day, my whole day is ruined. I've had that problem for a while, but I start to realize that I don't need that. I don't need their validation to make me feel attractive. I am beautiful. I know that. Yes, I may have some weird little flaws, but everyone does. No one's gonna be completely perfect and fit into society. Number 4, it's very cliche, very corny, and you probably heard it a lot. Focusing on yourself is very important. For a long time, I was always trying to put myself out there for others and not for myself. You need to change for yourself, not others. And if other people can't see that, God will. God knows you are trying. And if you're not trying, if you're sitting in your bed all day wanting to look good, it's not going to happen. You can't just think something's going to happen. But basically, focusing on yourself. Setting habits, setting goals, journaling. Journaling is a very important thing. I love to journal. When you are feeling something that you can't necessarily tell other people, journal about it. I love to journal. I mean, look, I wouldn't be able to talk about this without writing it all down. I would be just yapping about nothing, but I have notes. Number 5, it's also, you've probably heard this a lot, confidence. Confidence is literally the most attractive thing you can have. Okay? You can maybe look like a 5 out of 10, but if you have confidence, you're immediately a 10. But I'm not saying be conceited or cocky. Don't put yourself on too high of a pedestal that you're being rude to others. Being rude is not what I mean. Being confident. When you're walking, don't have your head down and don't cross your arms. Do everything with intention. I saw a video about it. Make every movement slow. Not slow motion like a sloth or a turtle, but just, again, make every movement with intention. Focus on every movement that you make. So when you're walking, don't just walk super fast. That's awkward. But don't walk slow. That's awkward too. Walk at a normal pace. Let your hips kind of go wherever they want. This is for the girls. Like, let your hips move and just, it's attractive. Every movement, just relax. Don't overthink your movements, but think about your movements. Do it with intention. Don't act like you're in a hurry all the time. If you're in a hurry, I understand. But just, again, like I've said a million times, do everything with intention. Okay, number 6, this one's more for the girls. You don't need makeup. to feel attractive. I've seen a lot of people say, put on makeup to make you feel better. You don't have to do that. And I'm not saying don't put on makeup. I'm not saying, oh, girls don't need makeup. I'm just saying do what you want. Do what you please with your face. If people are judging you for wearing makeup, that's just because they're either insecure and they're projecting their insecurities on you, or that's just their opinion. They don't like makeup. But that's okay. If you don't want to wear makeup, that's completely fine too. It doesn't matter. People make it a bigger deal than it really is. You don't have to wear makeup, but you don't have to not wear makeup either. Do what you want. Do what makes you confident. Like I've been saying, confidence. If this or this makes you confident, then that's all that matters. Basically what I'm saying is, do what makes you feel confident. If you're just wearing makeup because you feel like that's what society is making you do, don't do it. It's not worth it. Number 7. This one, I don't hear people talk about it. Good music. Okay, when you're listening to sad music all the time, you're going to, be sad. If you're listening to music that's like baddie music, whatever, like Flo Milli, Ariana Grande, certain Ariana Grande songs, just songs that are more upbeat and make you happy, listen to that music. Listen to music that makes you feel cool, like you own the world, that kind of stuff. That's what I do. When I'm down, I listen to music and I automatically feel better. It's not saying you can't listen to sad music, because there's some good sad music out there, but don't listen to it every single day of your life, because it starts to get into your brain and you start to get sad. Okay, number 8. If you're needing motivation, watch motivating videos. My friend Adriana, she tells me that when she watches my videos, she gets motivated. Or my older videos, when I would do other videos like morning routines and stuff, I would motivate her. So watch videos that motivate you to do the things that you want to do. But don't make that the only thing you do. Like where you're sitting in bed, you're like, oh, I wish I could do that, and you don't even do it. If you're wanting motivation, the best thing to do is watch videos that you're wanting to do. For instance, if you're wanting to have a good morning routine, watch morning routine videos, or night routine, you name it. Which brings me to my next point, have a routine. If you need to write it down, perfect. I can show you my books. I have written so many routines over and over again, and half of them are the same, but that's fine. Plan out your day. And I've heard somewhere where it takes 25 days to create a habit. So do that same routine for 25 days. Having a routine is very important. When you're having a routine and you stick to that, you start to feel, wow, I'm doing this. Give yourself credit for everything you do that's different. If you're waking up, like normally you wake up and then you go back to sleep. If you wake up and you get up, give yourself credit for that because you've done something different. It's one step closer to what you're wanting to achieve. Number 10, it's okay to have off days. Just because you have one day where it's off, you don't want to do anything, that's fine. You're not going to be up every single day of your life. Sometimes you need to give yourself a break, and that's okay. You can lay in bed all day for one day. I'm not saying do it every day. Maybe you can have 2 off days, and that's fine. Don't put yourself down because, oh, you did something wrong. That's okay. Not everyone's perfect, which we already know this. Nobody is perfect. Number 12, this saying, look good, feel good. It's true. I'm not saying you have to put on makeup, but I'm saying, put yourself together. What makes you feel good? Even if it's just putting on an outfit for the day. That's something. Maybe just brushing your hair. If you have hair. Just look good, feel good. It's very true. If you're you look at yourself, you're like, ugh, you're not going to feel good either. I go by this saying every day. Because sometimes when I'm down and I don't feel like putting myself together, I'm like, ugh, but I want to feel good today, so I'm going to put myself together. And sometimes I start to notice that I'm better with talking to people when I look good. Because I'm more like, oh, do I look this? Do I look like that? When I'm talking to someone. But if I feel pretty, I'm good with talking to people. If I don't feel pretty, then I'm awkward. And I don't put good energy into the world. Now, last but not least, I kind of said this earlier, be kind to others. Kindness is so important, and it goes a long way. If you're kind to people, people are going to like you more, and you're going to, again, put out good energy into the world. If you're rude to people, no one's going to want to like you. If you're wanting people to like you, then be nice. If people like you for being rude, then they're not the right people. Don't be toxic. This world is already toxic as is, and putting kindness to the world just changes the world a little bit. So overall, confidence, kindness, and putting yourself together. Those are the 3 important things, in my opinion. And again, you don't need male/female validation to make you feel pretty. You need your validation. Do I like this? If you like it, then do it. We don't need to care about what society thinks. It's dumb. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something from it. And maybe my next video will be about manifestation and praying if it gets to 30 likes. It's not that much, but it's something. Okay, love you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.